at this bar over off the coast of Galveston, and it was a place we had all gone to a million times, you know, after a big test or whatever. I remember going outside for a cigarette and was just kind of kicking around on the sidewalk, and I heard some clatter, you know, something going on, and then I heard some glass break behind me. Before I know it, the cops are pulling up. All my friends are standing outside trying to break up the fight, and the cops round up all of us. I just told them, you know, that a couple of my friends had a problem with one another, but it wasn't anything serious, and we were getting it worked out, and you know, there was no reason to get alarmed or anything. I remember them putting us on the sidewalk and asking us, you know, how much we had drank that night, who was involved in the fight. And after we explained everything to them, they just arrested all of us, me included. They had charged us with public intoxication and destruction of property. There was a beer bottle that went through a window. I was talking to my mom on the phone. She called me up, and we were just talking about my dad and the kids and stuff. And then out of nowhere, she tells me that she read about me online. Really painted all of us in a pretty bad light over something that was pretty, you know, pretty innocent in and of itself, and only lasted a couple of minutes. But was, you know, to read the article, you would think that it was a riot downtown. I mean, we all had our futures to think about. Some of us had already gotten job opportunities and were doing interviews, so the future was very much on our minds, you know. I mean, some of us were breaking up into couples, and they were looking for apartments, so trying to find out what we wanted to do, what we wanted to be, and having it happen right after we got out of school was a big part of what was going on with us. So unfortunately, it was like, you know, every once in a while I'd go and check out the site just to see, you know, maybe if it had been taken down, and it was like, you know, 7 months, 8 months later, and it's still up there. And it's just like, you know, we contacted these guys, they just didn't care. It had been up, it was an old story, it was there, it was just some guy's job, but you know, regardless, it stayed up. It was really kind of frustrating, and it was something that came up often in job interviews that shouldn't have come up. But you know, as it went on and as I got older, I realized that they had a freedom to their right to free speech, and you know, even if I was the victim of that, it was a small price to pay to have like larger goals and have larger rights in order to make those kinds of statements.